Chandji Radha, Kala Chandji Radhe. Jayo Radha, Kala Chandji Radha, Kala Chandji Radhe. Jayo Radha, Govind Radha, Govind Radhe. Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Baladeva, Jayo Subhadra. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada. Jayo Jayo Gurudev, 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 Jayo Jayo Gurudev. Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jayo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Praying at the lotus feet of my spiritual master, our dear most Srila Prabhupada, and all the Guru Vargas, may I speak few words in the glorification of our dear most Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. For the pleasure of the Vaishnavas and for my very own purification, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavane Bhyo Vaishnave Bhyo Namo Nama Mukum Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Kathanchana smite asmin dushkaram sukaram bhaved Bhismrite viparitam syat Shri Chaitanya namamitam. Think that's a very difficult to do becomes easy, and the opposite happens if you do not remember Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his lotus feet, I offer my respected obeisances. Jai. So I was thinking, when Dinabandhu Prabhu was here, we are actually in chapter 9 of Madhya, where Lord is touring South India. But last week, I guess, when Dinabandhu Prabhu was here, he was singing this song, Ebaro Karuna Karo. Tomorrow is Ishwar Puri Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Guru's disappearance day. That is a good reason, and even otherwise, I was thinking for the Vaishnavas, the pure devotees in our life, especially Srila Prabhupada. Such a wonderful song it is to meditate. And whenever I hear the Vaishnava bhajans, it says that Bhagavad Gita is the, first you start with Bhagavad Gita, then Srimad Bhagavatam, and then Chaitanya Charitamrita is a postgrad. But when you see the bhajans, they are like the small, coded capsule, and it is based totally, it gives you the entire understanding. It's like Srila Prabhupada's one line can tell you everything about Krishna. I've heard Srila Prabhupada's 45 minutes, 54 minutes classes, and also like 15 minutes classes, can tell you that, none of it is short of anything that, you will not feel Krishna conscious. It's so potent. And similarly, our Vaishnava bhajans are so. So I was thinking we will, if you can pull it out from on your phone, KK songs. Ebaro Karuna Karo. This is by Narottam Das Thakur from Prarthana. And I thought we will go, verse by verse, if possible, word by word, and then meditate upon it, and then continue the reading of Chaitanya Charitamrita. We can think of Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj. So this is Ebaro Karuna Karo from Prarthana by Narottam Das Thakur. Ebaro Karuna Karo Vaishnava Gosai. You want to sing? पतित पावना तोमा बिने के होनाय যাহারো নিকটে গেলে পাপ দূরে যায় এমন দয়ালা প্রভু কেবা কোথা পায় গঙ্গার পরশ হইলে পাশ্চাত্য পাওয়ানা দর্শনে পবিত্র করো এই তোমার গুণ হরিস্থানে অপরাধে তারে হরিনাম তোমা স্থানে অপরাধে নাহি পরিত্রাণ তোমার হৃদয়ে সদা গোবিন্দা বিশ্রাম গোবিন্দা কহে না মোরা বৈষ্ণব পরাণ প্রতি জন্মে করি আশা চরণের ধূলি নরোত্তমে করো দয়া আপনার বলি। এবারও করুণা করো বৈষ্ণবা গোসাই। পতিত পাবনা তোমা বিনে কেহ নাই। ও হে বৈষ্ণবা ঠাকুর, ও হে বৈষ্ণবা ঠাকুর, ও হে বৈষ্ণবা ঠাকুর, ও হে বৈষ্ণবা ঠাকুর। This is the glory of the devotee, a pure devotee. So it says, Ebaro karuna karo, please have mercy upon me. O he Vaishnava, Koro Vaishnava Gosai, O Vaishnava Gosai, O Vaishnava Thakur, please have mercy upon me. Patita Pavana Tuma, Bine Ke Honai. You are the one who can, deliver the patita, the fallen soul. And there is nobody like you who can deliver the fallen soul. Jaharo nikate gele papo dure jay. Just by going close to them, your all sins vanish. And this I was thinking, I did not think about the song that time last time when I met my Guru Maharaj during his Vyas Puja. I went to meet him last time or last to last time I went to meet him, and I had so many thoughts, so many things which are not Krishna consciousness back in Dallas. Okay, when will I go back, and this rush and things like that. I have to do this, I have to do that. The moment I was in his presence, I could feel everything ceased. And all I could see is his devotion towards Srila Prabhupada and to Radha Krishna. And I was just thinking, of course I had sinful thoughts in my mind, and everything out of that room was, just left behind. And recently I was hearing Prabhupada's memory, I do not remember, poor memory, that who was saying that whenever you come in contact with Srila Prabhupada, the devotees will say, whatever quarrel, fight, tiny things we had, the trivial things, it will all vanish, and you couldn't be materialistic. You couldn't be in your material realm when you were in Srila Prabhupada's presence. And Prabhupada will, suck it all and will make you Krishna conscious. And that's what I'm just paraphrasing what Prabhu was saying. It's in the recent Prabhupada memories, or maybe older one, I don't know. But I don't remember. And he was saying that this, and when we were singing with Dinabandhu Prabhu, I was thinking of Srila Prabhupada, Jaharo Nikote Gele, just by coming close, just by coming in contact, Paap Dure Jai, all the sins go away. All the sins will go away. Emono Doyalo Prabhu Keba Kothai Pai. Where will you get such a merciful Prabhu, such a merciful devotee, such a merciful master? Gangaro Porosho Hoile Paschatta Pavana. If you touch Ganga, when you go and bathe in Ganga, we just had Kumbh, so everybody went to Ganga. What happened when you go to Ganga? You take bath again and again and again and again. And someday, Paschatta, someday, in a later date, you will be purified. But what happened? If you see a Vaishnav, a pure devotee, Darshane Pavitra Karo, Ei Tomar Gun. Just by seeing, you don't have to touch like Ganga or bathe like Ganga. You just need a glance from such Vaishnavas. Just by if the Vaishnava looks at you, you're purified of your sins. Darshane Pavitra Karo, you become pavitra, you become purified, sanctified, just by the darshan of such a devotee. This is your quality. Ei tomar gun. Next one is very beautiful. Very alarming as well. Horistane oporadhe tare horinam. If you commit any offense at the feet of Hari, Krishna or Vishnu, if you commit any aparad, any offenses towards the Lord, there is a tran, there is a relief from it. You can be relieved from that sin. How? Tare Harinam. So when you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So when you take the names of the Lord, so whatever aparad you would have done towards, we chant the aparad mantras also end of the service, so that if whatever seva aparad we have, it will be tran, it will be relieved, you will be relieved of the offenses. This. But what happens if you do any aparad towards the pure devotee? Toma sthane aparadhe nahi paritran. There is no relief if you commit offense towards a pure devotee. There is no paritran. You cannot get rid of that offense that you would have committed towards a pure devotee. Tomar hridaye sada Govinda Vishram. In your heart, who is resting? Govinda. So Govinda is always resting in the heart of a devotee. And the next is even more sweeter. Govinda kahe na mora Vaishnava pran. And what does Govinda say? Govinda is resting in the heart of a pure devotee. But what does Govinda say resting there? He said, oh, my life and soul is this devotee. This pure devotee is my life and soul. So Govinda kahena, Govinda says, Mora Vaishnava pran, my heart is Vaishnava. Proti janme kori asha charonero dhuli. In every birth, what do I desire? I desire to have the dust from the lotus feet of this Vaishnava. Narottame karo daya apnaru boli. Please have mercy upon Narottam. Daya karo. Have mercy upon Narottam. That's his author. Apnaru boli. Think myself to be your own. We forgive our own people, our own children, husband, or anybody. If they're your own, you forgive them much quicker than if there is somebody stranger. You keep their offenses towards your heart, like, okay, this person hurt me and this, that. But if you think that person is your own, what will you do? Say, okay, this is how she is, this is how he is. And you forgive them easily if they are your own people, your family, or, your own friends whom you really love. So say, he's saying, please have mercy upon me, knowing that I'm your own, to this Vaishnava, to his spiritual master, or any pure devotee for that matter. So I was thinking, such a beautiful, if you want me to read the translation, I can do that too. I was just going word by word. Translation. O Vaishnava Goswami, please be merciful to me now. In Bengali, for Goswami, we say Goshai, or rather I will say you, like how we have Rabindranath Thakur. So British could not pronounce, is my understanding or what I have heard since childhood, that could not say Thakur, so they made it as Tagore. Like, so Goswami, it was Gosai, so we say Goswami. So it's the other way, not Goswami to Gosai, it's Gosai. Couldn't be pronounced, so it became Goswami, is my understanding from what experience I had. I might be wrong. Please be merciful to me now. There's no one except you who can purify the fallen souls. Where does anyone find such a merciful personality by whose mere audience all sins go far away? After bathing in the water of the sacred Ganges, many times one become purified, but just by the sight of you, the fallen souls are purified. This is your great power. The holy name delivers one who has committed an offense to Lord Hari. But if one commits an offense to you, there is no means of deliverance. Your heart is always the resting place of Lord Govinda. Lord Govinda says, the Vaishnavas are in my heart. I desire the dust of your holy feet in every birth I may take. Please consider Narottam yours and be kind upon me. Srila Narottam Das Thakur ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Something for you to meditate and for me to meditate. So get into the verse. It's relief. So difficult. Like I sometimes feel it's like there's no relief. Like you will always commit offense, and there will always be like. But only thing we do it is like don't do it intentionally. is what, because we know the story of Rupa Goswami, right? He was meditating and this beautiful Leela was happening where Radharani, I have not read about it because you said it, so I'm bringing it up. I'm just giving you the gist of the story. So once what happened, Radharani was on a branch, trying to pluck a flower, and she shot for the branch. So she was jumping, and Krishna went on the branch and stood, put a step on the branch. So it came down. So Radharani thought, oh, I can pull it. And she got hold of the branch, and Krishna took his foot off. And she was hanging in the tree. And she was like, bachao, bachao sort of a thing, help me. And she was by the branch, she was hanging. And everybody was having fun. And Rupa Goswami was seeing this in his meditation and was smiling and laughing, having a time, good time in his dhyan, samadhi. And there was a Brahmana who was taking bath and there was going by. And he thought Rupa Goswami is laughing at him. And he felt bad. He was hurt. And as soon as he was hurt, his meditation was off. He could not see anything anymore. And then he was very disturbed. These are pure souls. They don't need anybody to tell them that, hey, you were not nice to that person or anything. He realized something was going wrong. So he consulted with Sanatan Goswami. And then Sanatan Goswami said, why don't you invite, the devotees, brahmanas, and for prasadam, and then we will see how it goes. So everybody came except that brahmana. So he went, Sanatan Goswami went, and the entire story was narrated. He narrated the entire story to Sanatan Goswami. And then Rupa Goswami also came along and begged sorry, and he was fine back to his samadhi. So you see, Vaishnavism is very difficult. It is not about you're right, I'm right. I didn't do anything wrong, why should I say sorry? I was right. So this does not work might work in material world, but in spiritual world, it does not. If we want to advance, whether it's my mistake or not. I remember, like my mom, she will always say, the biggest sin is to make anybody cry. And since childhood, I will always hear this, she will always say, the biggest sin is to make anybody cry. And if you hear this, we did not follow Vaishnavism, though we were somewhere from that lineage, we did not follow it. We were doing all sorts of sins, but she would always say that. And when I hear this Narottam, not Narottam, Nityananda Ram's Nadia Gudrume, the last line says, Jive Doya, Krishna Nam. Jive Doya. Every sort of Jiv, not just Vaishnav, we talk about ants, so what to talk about another human being. Even if that person is not practicing Krishna consciousness, even if we bring tears to their eyes, Krishna is not going to be pleased. I always say, Krishna, it's easy to displease him than to please. So that's what it was. And he had to, whether it's my fault, not my fault, but in any case, if I have hurt somebody, by my action, by my words, if I have hurt someone, then I have to apologize, is how it was. So, and then whether that person took aparadha or not, that is up to them. If they think, they can take offense. Sometimes people will also say, they are so kind, the Vaishnavas, they'll say, oh, I am offended by you. So you immediately say sorry. You can, if you can touch their feet and say sorry. But then we beg, but Narottam Das Thakur, it's the highest standard that he is saying that there is no paritran, there is no relief, there is no shelter. If we know there is shelter, what we will do, as Prabhupada says, they go, they confess at the church, and then again next day, they go on sinning. So if we know there is a shelter, we beg forgiveness, we go on doing beg forgiveness. But if we were told, then no, there is no other way, no other way, no other way. We will tend not to do it as to best of our ability is what I understand. Does it make sense? It's a very scary thing, that offending Vaishnavas. But personally, I feel if my intention was not to offend, say sorry and then tell Krishna also that this is not what I intended. Like if in my heart, I feel I would have said it in such a way that did not get delivered properly, I'll go back to the person. Even if that person is just fine with me talking, continuing, I will again go back and I will ask, did you understand me correctly? Did you understand this is what I was trying to say, but not that? Then if the person, then either they will say, oh yeah, I got it, or they'll say, oh, I thought you were saying that. So, it's better to talk a little extra. I anyway talk a lot, so I will go talk a little extra and make sure that person understood what I was saying. And, in a jiffy, I would have said it in a certain way, did not get delivered properly. I'll go back and say, did you understand me properly? Or I would say sorry if I said it in a rough way or something like that. how I deal with it. Does it make sense? So I think we are in 71. So Mahaprabhu is going around. A lot of places name in the purport. But we will read through because Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada is giving geographical history, I would say. And yeah, this is Madhya 9. So basically, what happened that Brahmana, who was chanting Ram, 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 seeing Mahaprabhu started saying Krishna, 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 and then he finally said, you are Lord Krishna, otherwise this is not possible. And then he is still continuing touring. And this is 71. Trimalaya, Trimalaye, dekhi gela trila, Trikalo hosti sthane, Mahadevo dekhi tare, korilo praname. Series of, Mahadev, Lord Shiva's temples and how Mahaprabhu pays obeisances. That's what it is all about, like for verses after verses. After visiting Trimalaya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to see Trikala Hasti. There he saw Lord Shiva and offered him all respect and obeisances. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki. Trikalahasti or Sri Kalahasti is situated about 22 miles east of Tirupati. On its western side is a river known as Suvarnamukhi. The temple of Trikalahasti is located on the southern side of the river. The place is generally known as Sri Kalahasti or Kalahasti and is famous for its temple of Lord Shiva. There he is Vayulinga Shiva. You would have gone to Tirupati. How many of you have gone to Tirupati? Me too. So I went twice. The first time was like I barely could see. It's so much rushed and long queue, and it's top of the hill. And it's a beautiful darshan, but by the time you take the darshan, by the time you reach, I was at least so exhausted. And I feel whenever I go to a crowded place, whether it was Brindavan or Jagannath Puri, anywhere I go, I feel Kalachandji is so merciful. He is whole day standing here all by himself. And if he sees a devotee coming, he feels fortunate, I feel. Okay. But there in India, you are really fortunate if you get to see a proper darshan. And I was missing Kalachandji with every step I was taking. Not when I went to Tirupati, it was much before when my son was born. That was the last time I went. But even like when I went to Brindavan, so many people come, it's so crowded. We went in summer, it was not that bad, but in general I'm saying there is, for Radharaman darshan, we were like 45 minutes and the Prabhu who took us for the darshan, I was telling him, Prabhu, our Kalachandji is better, because I can just enter the temple and then see him anytime I want. Radharaman is not giving darshan and I'm happy with, and then one Mataji said, once you see Radharaman, you will not be able to appreciate any other deity. So I took a binocular. I said, Mataji channel except I cannot see very far. So Radharaman is really tiny, 12 inch. I said, I took a binocular. I had a good one. So I took and I saw him. I texted her. I said, no, still Kalachandji is favorite. He is so merciful. Kalachandji is so merciful. I mean, Radharaman is wonderful. No offense to him, but 45 minutes sitting there, about to open the, it's a jhalak sort of a darshan, but not exactly jhalak like Bake Bihari, but they also pull the curtain quite many times. I don't know, it was lunchtime or what, not sure, but he is a pampered deity, very pampered deity. So it's like, the curtain was going, and I was telling Prabhu, I would have said it like 4 or 5 times, and 6th time or after that I was thinking, I don't think he will let me see him, because I'm going on saying, no, our Kalachandji is better. Our Kalachandji is better. I was just going on saying it. And he said, Mataji, wait, have patience. But then finally, Kalachandji is so powerful. As Jayapataka Maharaj said, Nityananda Prabhu was mentioning, there is no powerful deity than Kalachandji. So if you are a servant of Kalachandji, who can stop you from taking darshan of Radharaman? Finally, he gave his darshan. And I went on saying about Kalachandji. So Prabhu was saying, you have spoken so much about Kalachandji that, and then we were going to Barsana. And while going to Barsana, I don't know how many of you would have seen it. there was a name like how Sri Radha we have, right next to it is there, it says Sri Kalachandji. And I have that picture. And he said, Mataji, see, your Kalachandji is here. Right before when you go to the temple of Barsana, that you climb the hill, just before that is on next to a lake, there was Shri Kalachandji, it's written Kalachandji. And I was so happy to see him in his name, because him and his deity is non-different. And then he said, see, you are saying, I mean, I don't say Kalachandji so many times here, but when I go out of this place, I'm like, oh, Kalachandji, this Prasadam, Kalachandji, this Kalachandji, that Kalachandji. Because now Vrindavan temple has moved their Prasadam very far. You have to walk like 10, 15 minutes, and if it is sunny, it feels like 45 minutes. Though it's like 10 minutes or something, they moved it to the Goshala. And I was saying, Kalachandji is just within the roof, you go to the next room and the Prasadam is there. So, you know, it's really, really like how merciful Kala, and how fortunate we are. We can just take the darshan of Kalachandji anytime we want, and he's always there for us, giving us service, giving us everything. Like, you know, there cannot be another place like Kalachandji Dham. The devotees, and of course the Kalachandji himself. So Srimati Radharani is so beautiful and so merciful. Usually we see in this material world, if somebody is very, very, very beautiful, they have this arrogance about themselves. But our Radharani is so beautiful, yet the most merciful one you can ever have. So I don't know where did I, oh, Tirupati. So, yeah. He is also Radharaman. Whenever I have to sing something about Radharaman, I say Kalachandji is also Radharaman. All the name can go to Kalachandji. He also, he is pleasing Radharani, so he is Radharaman. So for me, that's how I look at, he is Radharaman for me. So Tirupati, so it's a long queue, long wait. And then finally you reach, you're so exhausted by the time you see deity, the guard will push the, police guard, whoever will push you out. First time I could not see, so I started crying. First time when I was working, I was not married. I started crying. And then one of my friends said, oh, because it was a whole night we waited and you didn't get to see the Lord. What's the point of, So my friend requested, we are not from here, something, we lied, and then he let me in. And I saw second time also, I vividly remember. So it's so much crowded, but Tirupati, it's a wonderful place though. It's a very nice place. And if you like just Kalachandji Dham, that's the best thing. Next, 72. Pakshi tirtho dekhi koilo shiva darshan, briddha kole tirthi tobe korila gamon. At Pakshi Tirtha, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the temple of Lord Shiva. Then he went to the Briddhaloka, place of pilgrimage. Purport. Pakshi Tirtha, also called Tirukarikundam, is located 9 miles southeast of Chimlipat. It has a 500-foot elevation and is situated in a chain of hills known as Vedagiri or Vedachalam. There is a temple of Lord Shiva there, and the deity is known as Vedagirishwara. 2 birds come there daily to receive food from the temple priest, and it is claimed that they have been coming since time immemorial. Shwetavaraha dekhi tare namaskari, pitambaro shivasthane gela gaurahari. At Briddhaloka, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the temple of Shwetavaraha, the white boar incarnation. After offering him respect, the Lord visited the temple of Lord Shiva, wherein the deity is dressed with yellow garments. Purport. The temple of the white boar incarnation is situated at Briddhaloka or Sri Musnam. The temple is made of stone and is located about 1 mile south of an oasis known as Balipitham. There is a deity of the white boar incarnation above whose head Sheshanag serves as an umbrella. The temple of Lord Shiva mentioned here is situated in Pitambara or Chidambaram. which lies 20 miles south of Chudallur. The deity of Lord Shiva there is known as Akshalinga, Akashalinga. The temple is situated on about 39 acres of land, and all this land is surrounded by a wall and by a road that is about 60 feet wide. শিয়ালি ভৈরবী দেবী করি দর্শন কাবেরীর তীরে হাইলা শচীর নন্দন. After visiting the temple of Shiali Bhairavi, a form of goddess Durga, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the son of Mother Sachi, went to the bank of the river Kaveri. Purport: the temple of Shiali Bhairavi is located in the Tanjore district, about 48 miles northeast of Tanjore city. There is a very much celebrated temple of Lord Shiva there, and also a very large lake. It is said that once a small boy who was a devotee of Lord Shiva came to that temple, and goddess Durga, known as Bhairavi, gave him her breast to suck. After visiting this temple, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the bank of the river Kaveri, Kolirana, via the district of Tiruchirappalli. The Kaveri is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam 11.540 as a very pious river. Go Shamaje Shiv Dekhi Aila বেদাবন মহাদেব দেখি তারে করিলা বন্ধন. The Lord then visited a place known as Gosamaja, where he saw Lord Shiva's temple. He then arrived at Vedavana, where he saw another deity of Lord Shiva and offered him prayers. Gosamaja is a place of pilgrimage for the devotee of Lord Shiva. It is very important and is located near Vedavan. অমৃত লিঙ্গ শিব দেখি বন্দন করিল সব শিবালয়া শৈব বৈষ্ণব হইল. Seeing the Shiva deity named Amritalinga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered his obeisances. Thus he visited all the temples of Lord Shiva and converted the devotees of Lord Shiva into Vaishnavas. Hari Bol. দেবস্থানে আসি কইল বিষ্ণুর দর্শন সেই বৈষ্ণবের সঙ্গে তাহে গোষ্ঠী অনুক্ষণ. At Devasthana, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the temple of Lord Vishnu, and there he talked with the Vaishnavas in the disciplic succession of Ramanujacharya. There Vaishnavas are known as Sri Vaishnavas. কুম্ভকর্ণ কপালে দেখি সরোবর শিবক্ষেত্রে শিব দেখি গৌরাঙ্গ সুন্দর. At Kumbhakarna Kapala, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw a great lake and then the holy place named Shiva Kshetra, where a temple of Lord Shiva is located. Purport: Kumbhakarna is the name of the brother of Ravana. At the present moment, the city of Kumbhakarna Kapala is known as Kumbhakonam. It is situated 24 miles northeast of the city of Tanjore. There are 12 temples of Lord Shiva located at Kumbhakonam, as well as 4 Vishnu temples and 1 temple of Lord Brahma. Shiva Kshetra within the city of Tanjore is situated near a big lake known as Shivaganga. At this place is a large temple of Lord Shiva known as Brahiswara Shiva Mandira. Shishirada Kalachandji. পাপনাশনে বিষ্ণু কইল দর্শন শ্রীরঙ্গে ক্ষেত্রে তবে করিলা গমন. After visiting the holy place named Shiva Kshetra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived at Papanashna and there saw the temple of Lord Vishnu. Then he finally reached Sri Ranga Kshetra. Purport: there are 2 holy places known as Papashana, Papanashan basically. One is located 8 miles southwest of Kumbhakonam, and the other lies near the river Tamraparni in the district of Tirunelveli, 20 miles west of the city of Tirunelveli, Palamkota. Okay. Sriranga Kshetra, Srirangam, is a very famous place. It lies in the district of Tiruchirappalli, about 10 miles west of Kumbakonam. And near the city of Tiruchirappalli, I hope I'm saying it all right. If not, South Indians, please forgive me. On an island in the Kshetra, in a Kaveri river, the Srirangam temple is the largest in India. And there are, I hope Mayapur temple becomes the largest. Sorry. The largest in India, and there are 7 walls surrounding it. There are also 7 roads leading to Srirangam. The ancient names of these roads are the names of Dharma, are the road of Dharma, the road of Raja Mahendra, the road of Kulashekara, the road of Alinadana, the road of Tiruvikrama, the Tirubidi road of Madamadi Gaisa, and the road of Ada Iyavala Indana. The temple was founded before the reign of Dharma Varma, who reigned before Raja Mahendra. Many celebrated kings like Kulashekara and Yamunacharya Alabandaru resided in the temple of Srirangam. Yamunacharya, Sri Ramanuja, Sudarshanacharya, and others also supervised this temple. The incarnation of the goddess of fortune known as Godavari or Sri Andal we have heard, was one of the 12 Alvars. Liberated person known as Divya Suris, she was married to the deity of Lord Sri Ranganath, and later she entered into the body of the Lord. An incarnation of Karmuka named Tirumanga, as also one of the Alvars, acquired some money by stealing and built the 4th boundary wall of Srirangam. This Tirumangai Alvar, there's a movie on RJ Media on him, this Alvar. He was a dacoit, and then, you know, he liked a girl who was from, not spiritual world, but Swargalok, from the heavenly planets. And he liked him so much, liked her so much that wanted to get married. And she said, first you become a Vaishnava, because I have a condition that I will marry only a Vaishnava. So he said how to become a Vaishnava. You see the movie, it's pretty nice movie on RG Media, Radha Gopinath Media, I think. Yeah, RG Media. And amazing acting. So he tries to do it for superficially, but she wouldn't agree. Like with just a tilak and kanti and shika and the garland will not do for her. She said you have to be a real Vaishnav, and then that's when the Vaishnav Seva comes, and he takes vow to feed so many Vaishnav. And at this point of time, he was appointed by the king. King took a risk to, you know, appoint a dacoit, a murderer, to be a king's tax collector. So he was collecting tax, but also using all his money to serve these Vaishnavas. First, people will be really scared to come because he had been, you know, attacking them and doing whatnot with them. But eventually they realized he was serious, and then he was doing every day. And then he realized his money was not enough. Then he started taking from the tax that he collected for the king. The king got mad at him, and he said, you cannot do it. And there's a long story. So he was so much into Vaishnav Seva that he forgot the girl for whom he came into the entire scenario. And then he continued. And that's the story of, you can watch it. It's a beautiful movie, RG Media. I will try to find it out, and which group you want me to send it to. Srimad Bhagavatam? WhatsApp, yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam? No. I will send it in the local group, neighborhood maybe. I want to be in the group. But yeah, I feel they have amazing movies, and there's something called Pearl to Beads. This is on Vaishishta and Vishwamitra. Totally based, of course, RJ Media, totally based on scripture, our books. You can find all the movie. And what happens for at least me, I'm very visual. When you see the movie, it gets stuck better for me. And it's like, oh. So when I was reading here, Tirumanga Alvar and Tirumanga Alvar, I was thinking of him. Acquired some money by stealing and built the fourth boundary wall of Srirangam. It is said that in the year 289 of the age of Kali, the Alvar of the name Tondara Dipadi was born. While engaged in devotional service, he fell victim to a prostitute, and Sri Ranganath, seeing his devotee so degraded, sent one of his servants with a golden plate to that prostitute. When the golden plate was discovered missing from the temple, there was a search, and it was found in the prostitute's house. When the devotee saw Ranganatha's mercy upon this prostitute, his mistake was rectified. He then prepared the third boundary wall of the Ranganatha temple and cultivated a Tulasi garden there. There was also a celebrated disciple of Ramanujacharya known as Kuresha. Sri Rama Pillai was the son of Kuresha, and his son was Vagvijaya Bhatta, whose son was Veda Vyasa Bhatta or Sri Sudarshan Acharya. When Sudarshan Acharya was an old man, the Muslims attacked the temple of Ranganath and killed about 1200 Sri Vaishnavas. At that time, the deity of Ranganath was transferred to the temple of Tirupati in the kingdom of Vijayanagar. The governor of Jinji, Gopanarya, brought Sri Ranganath from the temple of Tirupati to a place known as Simha Brahma, where the Lord was situated for 3 years. In the year 1293, Shaka, AD 1371, the deity was reinstalled in the Ranganatha temple. On the eastern wall of the Ranganatha temple is an inscription written by Vedanta Deshika relating how Ranganatha was returned to the temple. So basically, Prabhupada gave all the stories, so many stories here. So each one of them is like the story of Kuresh, and then the other story, it's like a class in itself, or maybe more. It's so much of nectar there, but Prabhupada gives us all in one purport. So we'll pause here and look for any correction, addition. Please forgive me for the mistakes I have committed, especially today, naming all the places, naming all the deities. But that's all I could do. It's a service, I'm doing it. So please forgive me. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuve vacha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah, especially to the South Indians. Thank you. And to you all, of course. And let's chant this first, and then we will see the discussion. Antya 12.1. Shruyatam shruyatam nityam giyatam giyatam mura Chintatam Chintatam Bhakta Chaitanya Charitamritam. O devotees, may the transcendental life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always be heard, chanted and meditated upon with great happiness. Ki Jai. Do you have any question? Without any question, we read a lot of places, so I don't know. No, that's okay, Mati. Yeah, that's. Yeah, it's a lot of deities' name. Yeah, no problem. That's okay. So yeah, if you would like to take darshan of all, as I said, for me, Kalachandji is. I mean, recently I was watching, since we don't have a question or answer or correction, I would just share this. I will share this one also. I wanted to watch it completely, I don't want to watch half and then share something and ends out to be something else. This Mataji, she's a Swiss. She's from Switzerland, and she's gone to Tamil Nadu, and she's showing a Shaligram Shila, which he found, which Hanumanji found, and he had to go, so he gave it to Lakshmi. He said, Lakshmi Devi, and he said, I'll be back in some time, you know. And then Lakshmi Devi said, please be back, because even I have to leave, because and she had to do her austerity, her tapasya. And as soon as Lakshmi Devi touched that stone, it became a huge, like a hill like a place, so big, and it's considered that it is Lord's feet. And even now, she was showing it, it's so nice. Hanumanji is standing, and right across the Lord, it's just the feet. So they say like we don't climb Govardhan Shila, but there is a Muslim mosque there, their place of worship on top of that hill. But usually devotees who are careful, they do not climb it, but it, and then they wanted to build a temple. The temple is there for Hanumanji. Of course, for such a big hill, you cannot build a temple for Shaligram, which becomes so big. But then they wanted to build a temple for Hanumanji. It was built, but when they're about to build the roof, Hanumanji came in the dream of the priest and said, I cannot have a roof because my Lord is without the roof. So if you see, the temple has everything, but it doesn't have a roof right above where Hanumanji is standing. So if it rains or whatever, he is getting drenched, he is getting the heat, and he is just standing, and he is straight standing across Narsimhadev DT, I believe it became. And yeah, I'll forward that too. I wanted you to see that, but I have watched only half. So it's a blog sort of a thing, and she's taking you through. And I don't know which all temple she was allowed to, because there are still so many temples where, I mean, not so many, few temples where, if you have a Western body, you cannot enter yet. So yeah, she was guiding. So I thought it's a very useful, and it's a, name is Mila. I don't know what her initiated name. I will forward it to you. You can follow her. So she makes all devotional. She's a ISKCON devotee. So we'll pause there. Thank you so much for your association. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai.